Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to our second webinar on improving your ads performance by Amazon Ads. Before starting, I would like to check whether our sound and screen is okay to start with. So please check whether my voice is enough, fine enough to hear, or any there's something wrong or you cannot hear. Please comment so I'll check that it's good to start. We're showing the screen with the white called improving your ads performance. So if it's not this screen, please check as well that before starting, let's take a final check. All right, good. I think there are some our wonderful sellers who has raised their hands. Thank you so much. I'll quickly check as a final that if you guys can hear my voice clearly and the screen is on live, please press the hands button for me to check that you guys are ready to start. Okay, I think it's good to start. Good. All right, thank you so much for your comments. All right, happy Friday, everyone. My name is Elena, and I'm Amazon Ads Manager with to take the seminar with you today. Thank you so much for participating in our second session in line with last week on improving your ads performance. Before starting, this is a little bit leveled up from the last seminar, which is for intermediate to advanced level webinar. So you will learn how to optimize based on your basic campaigns. However, don't get me wrong, that in line with the first seminar, which was the quick start to driving sales with Amazon advertising, I added the how-tos quickly to set up the manual campaigns and optimization. So it will be not very difficult. Rather, I'll like to give you how to move forward from last week. Our webinar today will be lasting about 60 minutes from now, and it's meant to be a very interactive session. And I want to reply to the questions that our sellers might ask and might be questioning. So please don't hesitate to ask any questions that you might have on the topic. And we have our wonderful Singapore team together to ask your question, as to reply to your questions. So please feel free to give your comments as well. All right. Before going on quickly on explaining on our original contents, let me introduce you how we are progressing on our curriculum this quarter. So we're now in second seminar in line with the first seminar last week, and we'll introduce the fundamentals but also live demo. Today, we'll continue on a sponsored products improving performance strategy compared to the first seminar. So, and then end of the session, we have a survey for you. And for your attendance and survey participation, we will share you with Amazon interactive guides and also the replay of the webinar. So you can replay whenever you want and basically review on our webinar today. And please don't forget to give your margin token starting from this year that we will start the seller customized programs where we're actually planning to invite you as our priority and help you grow with us in the coming quarters and coming years. So please ensure that we're ready to meet you. So please make yourself with the merchant token. All right, so today, these are the agenda they will cover today for you to improve your performance. I have quickly 4 different agendas to share with you. The number one is to review quickly what we have learned last week on sponsored products, basically the big star and foundation, which was automatic campaigns. And the number two is that we have to move to the improvement gate, which is the automatic targeting to manual targeting. And number three is after that manual campaigns, what are the things that we can do actually quickly for the quick tips? And what are the reporting things that we have to see together? Now, then, this is the example reports and insights that you can gain from them. I will go over 4 different reports very quickly, and these might be the quick tips for you to check in the advertising console and your current campaigns. At the end, we'll have a Q&A session that will answer back your questions. All right, let's get started for excitement. I would like to introduce the foundation, the sponsor products, and let's quickly go review together how to set up advertising console and the sponsor products automatic campaigns. Okay, for the sellers today, do you guys remember that what we covered last week? which was sponsored products and automatic campaigns. For everyone who are starting the Amazon ads at first time, you might be somewhat difficult to find the wordings and terminologies, but don't be afraid that these are the basic foundation that all the sellers are recommended to start with. The sponsored products, if you see on the right, there's a picture that this is the ads solution that we use is sponsored products, which is that this is the solution by product, individual product that we put in highly visible placements by product. And this is all cost per click solution, which means that even the customer sees it, if they're not clicking, you don't have to pay about it. The cases with the only click by the customers are going to be paid with you. The sponsored products, also shortened as SP, is a cost per click product-based ads based on keywords or product targeting. So you can actually select the products to advertise and choose keywords or product attributes to target, or let Amazon systems target relevant keywords or products automatically. And the good thing is that sellers can actually control how much you want to spend on your baits and budgets. And definitely you can measure your performance and improve it, which we'll cover today. All right. And two things and two targeting methodology was the key to start. So as you see the bottom below, there are two big targeting methodologies, automatic targeting and also manual targeting. Now let's quickly go through review on automated targeting in more details. So automatic targeting allows you to very quickly create the sponsored products campaign that we did last week on demo together. That even if that you're not sure what keywords or products to target, you don't know what kind of data that I should use, and this is a good way. This can be the foundational step to start your first campaigns and learn from the results to create the next step, which is manual campaigns. Not only that, this targeting methodology also lets you to get insights on shopping activities, discover new keywords that are generating clicks and sales for your brand and products, since our system is continuously learning and automatically adopting your targeting. Therefore, if you're launching a new product in different category or looking to expand, this targeting, which is automatic method, can help you reach new audiences. Do you guys remember what the options of the automatic targeting were? There are four targeting options on the automatic targeting. Two are keywords based and two are product based. You can decide whether you want to use all or only some of these defaults and how much you want to be for them. These options are close match, loose match, complements, and substitutes. Basically, in this automated targeting, Amazon gathers all the data for you, for your brands, and for your products to move to manual campaigns to gather the keywords relevant by these two upper matching methodology and to gather the all relevant products based on these two product-based targeting. The close match is like the keywords that are closely related to your ad are automatically assigned to your campaign, so you know that what are the keywords that are relevant to customers which are they're like searching on the search engine. Loose match, on the other hand, as to your campaign targeting keywords that are loosely related, somewhat a little bit more expanded. So it may show it to shoppers who use shopping queries that are loosely related to your products. When it comes to substitutes, the automated targeting will include products and brands that are similar to yours. So your ad may be shown to shoppers who visit the detailed pages of products similar to yours. And finally, with complements, your automated targeting will include keywords and products that complement your ad. So we may show your ad to shoppers who view the detailed pages of products that complement your product. So the example is, for example, how each targeting options work on your automated campaign. Let's suppose that you're advertising the Doppler 400 count cotton sheets with close match. Your ad will target keywords like cotton sheets, 400 count sheets. A loose match, keywords like bed sheets and bed decor will be the keywords that we'll actually grab and gather for you. With complements, the targeting includes Asins that are complementary to the advertised product, like comforters or pillows, since those are complementary to the sheets. And finally, with substitutes, your targeting will include ASINs that are similar to yours. For example, another sheet you sell or a similar sheet from another brand will be on substitutes. So basically, automatic these targeting all gathers these keywords or these ASINs for you to move to manual campaigns, which is a kind of gift for us. Now, before going on at campaign level, I want to ensure that our sellers are quite can be familiar with this bidding strategy. So the bidding strategy point of view, there are three types because all sellers has to compete for this auction based on keywords and ASINs to win the ad slot. There are three different bidding controls. The number one first is about dynamic bids down only. Amazon will reduce your bids in real time for clicks that may be less likely to convert to a sale. If Amazon sees an opportunity where we predict your ad may be less likely to convert to a sale, for example, a less relevant search query on a placement that doesn't perform well, we might lower your bid for that auction. That's available for our sponsored products. Next is dynamic bids up and down. If you select these, Amazon will increase your bids in real time for clicks that may be more likely to convert to a sale and reduce them for clicks that are less likely to convert to a sale. That's also available for sponsored products. And then with fixed bids, Amazon will use your exact bid for all opportunities and won't adjust your bids based on likelihood of a conversion. Compared to dynamic bidding strategies, you may get more impressions but fewer conversions for your ad spend with this strategy. These are available for sponsored products, and this is default for sponsored brands as well. So a lot of sellers can actually control whether what bidding strategy will be effective and efficient for brands and products. Okay, before going on to a manual campaign, I would like to quickly chat for our sellers to look at automatic campaign for sellers who has not attended last week. So automatic campaign, automatic targeting is the foundation to start with sponsored products. To improve your ads performance, based on the automatic targeting, you should grab all the data and move to manual campaigns. This is the start of how to improve our key performances. Now, let's move on to our new demo. So can you guys see the screen together? I'd like to quickly check that if you guys are looking at the campaign like you. So let me check. All right, I think it's available right in the screen. Good. So whether you're creating campaigns in the console, please click the create campaign. And then you'll actually see three different types of different solutions that you can explore. Now let's go into sponsored products, which is the foundation. So if we come here, let's go for automatic targeting that we explained together. That let's create one campaign, for example. For campaign name, it's better for you to actually put the names that are effective to manage, which is basically to book yourself what kind of campaign you started with. By default, it's put on date. However, it depends on you. For example, I'm looking at like Bluetooth speaker. Let's say I'm selling Bluetooth speaker, then Bluetooth speaker January, like promotion like this. So basically it's effective for me to manage. And then I put the start of the campaign this is the start date that you want this campaign to start. And please ensure that you put no end date because this is really, really crucial as this no end date should be on so that this campaign actually synchronizes and puts all the data on sync so that if the campaign is stopped or in halt, that all the data we accumulated would not be able to sync before. So please ensure that put the no end date on the campaign. Please put the daily budget. Average sellers who just start the campaigns is over $20. So you can put $20 above. I'll just put 50 for enough bidding. I'll put the example for 50. Now it comes to automatic targeting. So this is what we explained together that this is just before the improvement. This is the data inventory. So put the automatic targeting and now it comes to campaign bidding strategy. For sellers who just launched or just register to our wonderful Amazon marketplaces, you can either choose or we recommend either fixed beats or dynamic beats up and down so that there's more possibility of winning the ad placement slots. So here you can actually put either these two. Now it goes on to the next ad group. This is also available on your discretion. You want to change the name, either you can just put it like a default with these number with ad group name. It depends on you. However, I will just put it for now. Later on, we can definitely change. I will just put it here. Now it comes to the products. For example, I'll just add some of it. Let's say I want to advertise these two. However, I actually focused on what kind of ASINs to put for number one as. Does anyone actually remember what kind of ASINs that we should focus on? Like, what kind of ASINs are good for the ads? Probably a lot of sellers ask that question. If you have any answers ready, please type on the comments box that for ASINs, what kind of ASIN that we can actually put as a first advertising campaign, which is good or which is positive. For that answer, we recommend to come up to this the slot to put the suggested first. Suggested is the advertising ready products that are actually granted or like screened by Amazon algorithm that these would be ready to advertise, and it actually has 16 more times possibility of meeting the consumers and customers in marketplaces. So for sellers who are not very knowledgeable which ASINs to start with, we recommend to put the suggested ASINs first. So basically, these ASINs are the first ones. So I'll also add these ASINs as well. Now it comes to automatic targeting that the bead is recommended by Amazon as well. So their suggested bead, which means in auction where that I or our sellers here would compete by this targeting methodology. This is suggestion by Amazon that you can fill in. For sellers who just started a campaign, we recommend 10 or 20% more than suggested bid. For example, Amazon recommends $0.67 for this campaign. Then definitely I will put like 0.73 or 0. Let's say about 0. Like 80 something so that I can win this targeting. Winning this targeting means grabbing more data that we can improve for the manual campaigns. So we recommend 10 to 20% more default bid to start the automatic targeting. Now, then if you press launch campaign, then it's done. That this is the automatic targeting with you guys. So last week we actually did this demo, and now it's time to improve, which is the going to automatic to manual campaigns. I'm very excited to explain this mechanism and steps because this is the start, and this is specifically how the targeting really can work for you, specifically to your products and brands based on data. Okay, so from automatic to manual targeting. So using automatic targeting to learn what are the most efficient shopping queries, like what are the keywords or the products, then we have to apply them into manual campaign. This is an effective strategic approach to improving your ad solutions. If you're new to advertising and not sure what keywords or products to target, we highly recommend to take this approach. So, in overall, this is a great way to learn and move to the hero campaigns that will increase the reach and the sales of your campaigns. Just before going on, I would like to share one customer Sarah's experience with this that is a well-rounded way to understand the importance of automatic to go to manual targeting to by learning the shopping queries that shoppers using, like what kind of detail pages that customers are moving from one another. This is the learning path. And now we go on to the manual targeting. Okay, this method gives you increased control over your targeting compared to automatic and allows you to split campaigns based on your objective, whether it's to better control your spending, whether it's to increase your sales, whether it's to increase the brand awareness. This is more competitive for your brands and products based on the data. Right. Okay, we know that advertisers who start manual targeting for their sponsored products campaigns for the first time have seen a significant increase in impressions and sales in the first month compared to those who haven't. So we based on this recommendation, we want to actually share with you how to move it. So manual targeting, there are two different targeting methodologies. First of all, with this keyword targeting, probably a lot of sellers will be familiar with this keyword targeting, right? You can choose word combinations and phrases that are used to match your ads with the shopping queries used by these customers and shoppers when they're looking to find products. Your ads will then be eligible to appear in Amazon shopping results pages as well as product detail pages when the shopping queries, which we call as search terms, are matching the keywords you're targeting. So you can drill down to different match types to help control how shopping queries are matched with this keyword you're bidding on. The match types available for keyword targeting are three different matchings: broad match, phrase match, and exact match. Broad match offers your ad broad traffic exposure, meaning that a shopper's shopping queries will match if it contains the keyword terms you're targeting in any order. Broad match also includes the plural form of the keyword, related shopping queries, and other variations that are close to the keyword. For example, if you're advertising Doppler sheet, one of your keywords, Doppler cotton sheet, if you're using broad match type, it will match when shopping cards are Doppler cotton sheet, but also blue Doppler cotton sheets, or Doppler 400 count cotton sheets, or Doppler cotton sheets. It's very expandable, right? If you're using phrase match type, it will match with Doppler cotton sheet, blue Doppler cotton sheets, or Doppler cotton sheets, but not with Doppler 400 count cotton sheets. So basically, this phrase match, the words can be on the very upper or very last. Now, finally, if your keywords are set as exact match type, they will only match with Doppler cotton sheet or Doppler cotton sheets, since variants like plurals, prepositions, and this feminine masculine are valid for all matching types. Let me give you a question for you on the keyword targeting. Then, for our sellers here, if you're just about to convert from automatic targeting to manual targeting campaigns, what kind of matching types would be profitable for you to reach more consumers and customers? Do you have any guess? If you know the answer or you think that this is the answer, please feel free to put on the comment on the questions box that let me help you on that question, because this is the question a lot of sellers are asking for us, what kind of matching types I should actually use for the first phase. Do you have any guess? Among these three different matching types, what kind of matching type would be more profitable for you in the first stage? A lot of replies are coming on. Cool. It can vary. Actually, the answer is all three. But if you're starting from the first one, yes, it's broad, because broad match actually helps you to reach more consumers as much as possible. Wow, you guys are really the expert for now, even though it's a second seminar. Thank you for your question. Thank you for your replies. Wow, a lot coming up. Yeah, but also phrase and exact match are also valuable as well. I think it will depend on objective. For the first phase, if you want to meet more customers and shoppers at the first stage by the keywords, we recommend broad. However, you want the customers or shoppers with a little bit more specifically searched or specifically addressed audiences, phrase and exact match will be also valuable. If you want to make sure that these campaign goes more reachable and more expanded, then broad match will be much more exact for the first time. Then definitely you have to move these keywords to broad, to phrase, to exact by making sure the keywords are becoming your win keywords. Okay. All right, that was a keyword targeting. So, there were some questions how to convert on to keyword targeting for automate. Don't worry about it. I'll cover in the last stage for live demo. So I will show you how to do it. Now, so the keyword targeting is basically to launching the campaign by these three different matching types. For the first time, if you're actually converting from automatic targeting to manual targeting, we recommend to use three different matching types on each keyword so you can test which one works best for you. However, this has to be strategic based on your campaign bidding or campaign budget. So let's specifically address based on your discretion. However, to test what kind of matching and what kind of keywords and what kind of type works best, we recommend to put the three matching types together, and based on the performances, you can pick and choose. Okay, now it goes to the next one, which is product targeting. Now, another question to our wonderful sellers that have you guys actually used product targeting before? A lot of sellers are quite familiar with keywords, but sometimes our sellers are not very familiar with the product targeting, right? You might have heard, but you might not have used so far. However, time by time, as the time goes, in different marketplaces, especially the US market, the importance of the product targeting are especially going up and increasing because product targeting allows you to manually target individual products, which is ASIN, or product categories. So your ads are eligible to appear in Amazon shopping results pages as well as product detail pages so that when the shopping queries used by shoppers have relevance with the product you're targeting. This is really important because you can target by ASIN to allow your ad to be shown to customers browsing specific products. If you haven't heard about ASINs before, they're Amazon's unique identifier for individual products. In this case, when selecting your target, you'll be able to browse for specific ASINs from the list, upload a list of ASINs that is relevant to your campaign, or target suggested products by the system that are similar to the product in your ad. You can also choose to target by category, that in case you will select a broad category that's relevant for the product you're advertising to allow your ad to be shown to customers browsing any ASINs inside that chosen category. Okay, and how you can refine these. For sponsored products, you can refine categories per brand, star rating, price, shipping eligibility, as well as genre for books and product age range for toys. With shipping eligibility, you can target prime or non-prime shipping eligible products, for example, and with genre and product age range targeting, you can easily refine your targeting for nuanced categories such as books and toys. Okay, there were two different targeting for manual, right? All right, let us go to live demo, like automatic, so you can actually see and do together. All right, I will switch the screen to our seller campaign. Can you guys see again? Sometimes it actually doesn't come out really quickly, so I'll quickly check for our sellers whether you can see this campaign creation. All right. Oh, there were some feedbacks that there were that the screen is locked. Is it? Please feel free to comment if it's okay and if you can or not available to see. All right, I think it's now on. Okay, let's go to the manual campaigns. So, based on the automatic targeting, we move to manual targeting. Now the question comes like this. Okay, Amazon asked team said that there should be data by automatic targeting, and what kind of data should I see? And put the manual targeting. Don't worry about it. After this demo, they will look at how to use that data of automatic targeting to come to manual targeting. For a live demo, then now we'll actually show you how to put the manual targeting methodology based on two different targeting. So this is kind of review that we just saw together. Alrighty. So the campaign name, this is sponsored products. So this is sponsored products that were three different types. Now I click the sponsored products and now it comes to same campaign creation page. Now the campaign name is same, start and end date is same. I put the daily budget. For manual targeting, please click this button. So basically, we're moving ahead for the improvement of the ads, moving by manual targeting. Now, let's move to the bottom. Now, they're same bidding strategy. Either they're dynamic beats down only, dynamic beats up and down, or fixed beats. Now, for the first campaigns, or you just launched a new product, or you're new to Amazon and you just want to come up to the category at the first stage, either we recommend dynamic beats up and down or fixed beats to win the ad placement slots much quickly. Now I will just put dynamic beats up and down for this time. And let's go to the bottom. Now the ad group name is same. I'll just put the default, which is the time that I actually made this campaign. Now let's go to the bottom. Now it comes to products. As I said before, I'll just browse again for the suggested here. I'll add a new one. Let's say, I'll add these new two different products. And now it comes to two different targeting methodology, which is keyword or product targeting. Now, these two targeting methodology are crucial for us to move to the next stage, which is now. So let's go for keyword targeting first. So keyword targeting is to actually put the keywords which is the cost to customers to target. So if the customers are searching on the search engine, then we are actually targeting to meet our customers and shoppers at the very first top or on these pages that in the search engine. Now there are three types. There are suggested keywords. You can enter the list that you want, the keywords here, or you can either upload the file of the keywords that you want. This is a demo, so we haven't put the keywords of this product. However, there will be keywords like, let's say, this was eyes clicks for shoes and boots. Like, for example, then like shoe something, shoe accessories like that. And the matching types vary, like broad, phrase, and exact match. So you can click to add on here to target consumers and to meet them. And there will be suggested bid, which means that Amazon also suggests the bidding amount to win the placement to meet the consumer. If you really want this keyword to be targeted to customer and win the slot, we also recommend to put an increase about 10 to 20% of the bid to win this ad placement. So this is keywords. Now let's go to product targeting. Product targeting is something, sorry, let me go it again for product targeting. So product targeting can vary into two parts. As we mentioned, that there are two types. Either it goes on to targeting by ASIN, individual products, or either we go by categories. So let me go to manual targeting again and put it onto, I'll put just products for example. Oh, it comes again. Sorry guys, I will just give you a keyword again. Wow, I'm excited. So these are keyword targeting again. Let me review a little bit quickly. So for keyword targeting, there are keywords that Amazon actually suggests to put it on. If you have keywords that you actually found out in automatic targeting, you can also put in this end list. For example, you found out that in automatic targeting, you found out that actually customers are searching. Let's say I'll just give an example: speaker with red. This is the customer search term that a lot of customers are searching that I will just put as our keywords here. Right? And then let's say red speaker like this. So you can add keywords here. Oh, sorry. For example, you can add keyword like this. You can do this also based on automatic. Also, if you're not really sure where to start with, even though that you had some of it in automatic, you can also get it from this suggested as well. So you can add different keywords by matching types and bidding as well. I will just add, for example, this one. So we actually recommend that by this keyword, based on three different matching types, put it together to test which one works better and which one works best, and basically start from there. If this is, let's say, if this is not really working well, which is the camelback phrase, then you can just put it out after performance review, and you can just do camelback broad, for example, for next campaigns. So based on the matching types and keywords, you can add on this side dashboard, which is like a keywords, and if you press the launch campaign, then this campaign is set, right? Now let's go on to the product targeting. Product targeting is to target by categories or individual ASINs. So which means that, let's go for category first. Since this product that we're selling as a demo is the backpack for outdoor, so in the category called hydration packs, there are about 2,000 to 3,000 products under this category. If we add this category, which means that actually Amazon will automatically actually put this our product into these category detailed pages and make sure that we're meeting the consumer and making to conversion of the sales. So let's say, and you can refine these categories by I want specific brands. For example, I will just press one thing. I want this Arvano brand, for example. Under all these Arvano brand pages, I want to show my product. Then you can use this. You can either revise the price range, or you can also put the star ratings of of that brand's pages, or also shipping eligibility. Not only categories, you can add also the individual product. For example, I can search. I'll just search one thing. We just saw the Arvano, right? Arvano. Then I can search here, and the back comes out. Then let's say I want our products to be advertised on specific ASIN listing page. Then I can add as well to put the ads on that. Oh, okay, I'll zoom it. Can you guys see more? Sorry, it was too small, right? Can you guys see it clearly now? If whether it's too big? Is it okay to see? All right. Okay, thank you. So this is the product. You can add it so that in this Arvano product page, you can show your products based on ad. So there are two um, different categories, pillars that you can target by product. So that's why we call as a product targeting. So the improvement of the ads come from moving from automatic to manual campaigns. And for manual campaigns, there are two different targeting methodology, which is keyword and product. So these two are extremely important for us to start to improvement of the ads performance. Now after, let's go to how to see the campaign data so that we can move to effective manual campaigns. Now, this is to measure the impact of your automatic campaigns with reports and then moving on to make effective manual campaigns. All right, where can I get the reports? For sellers who are asking where to get it, let me show you quickly as well. Let's go back to our reports. So this is the ad console that we saw together, right? If you go on to your ad console, if you see on here on the far left, please click the fifth one, which was called measurement and reporting. If you click the reports, the reports come out. So these are the report that the sellers can actually create and review it for your performance. For report making, if you click this yellow button, you can create the reports that you want. For every products, we have the reports ready, but for now, we'll put the sponsored products. And for each solution, we have several reports. There's so many that we can see. However, I'll recommend four of them for you guys to specifically more focus on in a later part. But here, you can either put or select the one that you want to see, for example, targeting or search term, and then put the default in here and run report. Then actually you can download a report that you want. By report period, you can also customize it, whether you want to see by the date or the custom time that you want. And based on the time unit, whether it's summer or daily, you can see this as well. And also for reports, you can also use it by scheduled time. So it depends on your discretion. However, I'll actually put a report in here. Okay. Now let's cover some of the key concepts before looking at how to read the data and moving to manual campaigns. The first is attributing sales. So when shoppers click one of your ads and later purchase one of the products advertised, we attribute to the sale of your ad campaign. The time period for measuring purchases after click is called an attribution window. The standard attribution window for sponsored products is 7 days, while the attribution window for sponsored brands that we'll cover in next few seminars is 14 days. So which means for 7-day window, we actually track whether this shopper clicked the ad and bought it. So basically there's a connection. Okay, how to improve your advertising performance. This is the key star. Have you guys actually heard about this matrix called advertising cost of sales, abbreviated as ACOS? Probably a lot of sellers here would have the question, how can I maximize and optimize the ACOS? This is a good question for all the sellers, and I totally agree. This ACOS is the percentage of total ad spend divided by total sales for advertising. Total sales are direct sales you made from sponsored products ads or the overall brand sales you made from sponsored brands that resulted from your advertising campaign. For example, if you spent $2 on advertising, which is ad spend, and those ads resulted in sales of $20, your ACOS, advertising cost of sales, will be 10%. So ACOS actually helps you to measure the effectiveness of your campaigns relative to your advertising spend, which means a lower ACOS means you're spending a lower percentage of sales on advertising. As a result, ACOS will be available in yesterday date range as not available for the today date range because they have to synchronize, might be delayed to yesterday date range. Alrighty. Okay, for ACOS point of view. So continuous optimization is the growth lever. And after looking at automatic campaigns, now it moves on to the performance improvement for manual campaigns as well. Now, the next slide, I'll cover what are the quick recommendations for ACOS and what kind of data we should see to move on to automatic to manual to optimize ad performance. Okay, to before going on to look at the data to move to automatic from automatic to manual, these are the like a one sheet for this or sellers who attended the webinar that these are the ACOS quick recommendations. So please see this table from bottom to the top, which means that we have to move from automatic to the manual. So we move campaign improvements step by step. Now, to minimize your spend on advertising while doing the campaigns, you'll want to lower your A costs. I see that a lot of sellers here are asking what is the average good percent of A cost? This is a really great question. If your goal is to increase your exposure of a new or existing ASIN, you might be okay with a higher A cost for a set period of time. But here are our recommendations for optimizing A cost by campaign types. For low performing campaigns, please see if you're using actually the sponsor paid automated targeting, which is the bottom, consider adding shopping terms with high A cost as negative keywords and decreasing your campaign default beat. You can also use dynamic beats up and down strategy to increase conversion opportunities. Some of the words might not be familiar, don't worry about it. It will be covered in the next webinars, but these are the quick tips for you to move on. Let's get familiar with this. For low performing campaigns, which you will do by manual targeting, either by keyword targeting or product targeting, if you're using manual targeting, consider about beads management, pausing specific keywords or products with high A costs, adding more keywords or products, and using negative or keyword targeting to see if this can improve your campaign performance. Which is in conclusion that there should be a lot of test and learn based on the gather data from automatic move to manual campaigns, looking at whether what keywords and products are working well for me and my brand, and optimize from there, decreasing beats, increasing beats, taking out, or adding more. For top performing, on the other hand, if you're using the automatic, consider increasing your campaign budget and your default beats, which means these are the key win campaigns for you. And using dynamic beats up and down and adjusting beats by placement for sponsored products to help generate additional impressions, clicks, and sales. For manual targeting, let's say you're doing keywords targeting campaigns or you're doing product targeting campaigns, and these are top performing, considering increasing your campaign budget enough for you to operate the campaigns, for not to stop it, and your bid a little bit on top performing keywords or products, and using dynamic bid up and down bidding strategy. All right, these were quite a complex ones, but before this, these are like a one sheet for our sellers here. However, the more important thing that I want to ensure here to improve the performance of your ads based on moving from automatic to manual is to see the reports and get the data that where you are actually winning. And definitely we have to start from there. Now, that's why the reports are extremely important. For sponsored products, we have about 9 different reports. And these are the key ones that you might see also, which is targeting report, advertising report, advertised product report, purchase product report, search term report, performance over time, campaign report, and we have 3 more actually waiting for you. However, for quick tips, moving from automatic to manual, I actually wanted to focus today on 4 different reports that you can download and quickly move for your manual campaigns. Now let's look at the first one, which is a search term report. Has anyone actually used this search term report before? Can you actually put the hand button for me to recognize that our sellers are using or not? Great, great. A lot of sellers are raising their hands. Good. If the sellers are asking, or if you are asking me what kind of report should I see to improve my performance, I would say the prioritized number 1 would be search term report. The search term report shows the search terms, the actual customer search terms that resulted in a click, which can help you identify high performing search terms as well as search terms that don't meet your goals. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. So if there are some high performing search terms, we would recommend adding them into manual sponsored products campaigns using exact match. So let's say Okay, so let's say they're high performing search terms, which is let's say over here, with a good click-through rate and good sales and lower Acos and conversion is high. These are the high performing search terms. Then please put into manual campaign using exact match. These are the quick tips. Now, if there are some low performing search terms, we would recommend adding these as negative keywords or either phrase match or exact match. Negative phrase match will prevent your ad from appearing whenever this term is used in a given search term. There are keywords that might not be really relevant or persistent with the advertised products that we recommend using separate manual campaigns for different keyword strategies, such as separating branded search terms and category keywords. To keep these keywords from spending budget from your campaigns, we will recommend adding them as negative keywords using exact match. So the reason why that we want to focus on search term report is that number 1, we can actually see what kind of customer search terms are appearing for your brands and products. For example, if you see this table, this seller is actually selling the coffee machine capsule, and the keyword that I'll actually put the light on here. Okay, I'll put the highlighter to make sure that everyone's on the same page. Can you see that this yellow one? Are you guys available to see this yellow one? Okay, so let's say coffee machine capsule is the one the seller is actually selling. and the seller actually targeted coffee machine. Now, then actually the actual customer search term, which was high performing, is red coffee machine. And these are selling really well. Then these are the high performing search terms. So the actual tip point is to add a separate manual key campaign with exact matching type so that these are your win keywords later on. And this will actually be your win campaign and we have to optimize it. Now let's see the low performance search terms as well. That we actually put this in automatic targeting. We found out that coffee machine capsule, the keyword targeted is coffee machine. And then we found out that customer search term, Italian coffee machine, was not bad on click through, right? Which means that, it's okay that a lot of customers are actually clicking, but we spent a lot. However, compared to spending, Acos is a little bit higher than we expected. This can be low performing search terms. So there are two things that we can see that we can either use an add a negative keywords, but we recommend to put the keywords in before putting in the negative keywords. Let's test a little bit more whether why this is not performing well. So we can either go to create another manual campaign to test that it doesn't really help us. That if it's now not really performing well, even though we create a separate one, then we can move to negative one. Okay, so this is the first that we should see in search term report. So this is really, really important. And based on automatic targeting, if you download it, there are several search terms that you might see compared to what you're selling together. And based on the performance, you can do either high performing or low performing. So that based on the performances, let's go for either creating new one to exact match or adding to negative ones. Okay, the second one, the placement report. Okay. Placement report. Placement report is something that you can see where your ad placements are placed. And there are three different placement types there are different placement types here. And you can identify campaigns that could benefit from adjusting these by placement. Okay, this is an example of a campaign that is appearing on product detail pages, but with low performance results. So this campaign is a higher ACOS in the product page placement than the same campaign in other placements. We'd recommend to use a bid multiplier for top of search placement, but not product page placement in order to try getting more impressions in search. If this is an automated targeting campaign, you might consider turning off the product targeting options and moving on for the search options. Now, let's identify a campaign that is appearing in the first page of shopping results with high performance results. This campaign has a good ACOS in the first page of shopping results, but the impressions in the placement are much lower than the product page placement. We recommend to use a bid multiplier for the top of search placement in order to increase opportunities for impressions in this placement. All right, I said two things. Let me just review a little bit quickly. So let's say this brand campaign, product type branded, the bidding strategy is dynamic bids up and down. And actually, this is the campaign similar to this as well, right? So let's say in same campaign, there are two placements. First page, top of search in Amazon. And actually, this one is product pages. Let's compare these two. So in one campaign, Amazon automatically actually activates the campaign to show customers in ads placements of your brand and products. And he found out that their placements are here, here, and also here, right? So either the placements can be on first page, top of search, or product pages on Amazon, or rest of search. There are three different types. Now let's look at how the performance comes out. So impressions, clicks, cost per click, spending, sales, ACOS. Let's actually compare these three because these three are on the same campaign level but different placements. Let's say first page top of search, impressions 4,000, product pages 59,000, rest of search 3,000. And if you compare that clicks 400, clicks 380. But let's look at the sales as well. The sales are higher, right? So impressions were more on product pages, but as you see, the search based on search on this first page or top of search, sales are much higher and ACOS is much lower. Then this time, let's say if this is like really let's say high performing, then we can actually put more multiplier to top of search placement. Now then you might ask the question, how can I actually move the multiplier um, of the search placement, right? What are the methodology? How can I move the placement? Let me go to the console again to show you how to change that. So based on your campaign results, let's move on to ads campaign again. I will leave it zoom for you guys. Okay, let me go to quickly example of a campaign. So hmm, let's say this. Let's look at this campaign. So let's say this campaign has more top of search placement, high performance, or product pages. Then in the campaign, you can either change the bid multiplier like this. For example, if your top of search are working more efficiently than product pages, you can actually put the bid multiplier, that which means in the same campaign, if you want the top of search to win more slots, then you can actually put bid adjustments by multiplier to like 100 to 900, and which is that you can actually put more focus and importance on specific placement areas so that you can change either more focus on your investment on this placement. So placement report is really important on the campaign point of view, whether where to focus your placements. All right. I actually covered two different reports, which is to optimize your performance. Number one was search term, and number two was placement. I want to cover four things, but I think due to a little bit more time management for the queries, I will stop for two reports today. And later on, I'll actually cover a full deep dive on the reports for you guys to put the action points right away. So these two, please remember that to ads performance optimization, search term report and placement report is extremely important for us to improve whether where to spend and what to put the keywords for us to more focus on. Okay. A lot of sellers might be first of all first to actually reach these kind of reports, but don't worry. Actually, that after time goes, we can be more familiar how to read the data and put based on strategy to make manual campaigns. However, for today, please, I want to make sure that for as improvement gate, based on the automatic targeting, we should move to manual campaigns, manual targeting, which is keyword and product. And where does that data comes out is the report. So please use a report. There are 9 different sponsored products reports. In these 9 reports, the top two for you to improve your performance would be search term report and placement report. These two are extremely important. All right, thank you for the webinar today. I'd like to ask your survey participation for us to remember get your participation to give you replays and interactive guides. So please, you can put your mobile camera onto this QR code, then it will automatically go to the past to do a quick survey. We'll be sending you the interactive guide, which gives you a little bit more quick update and tips that we cover today, and also the replay link by our global selling team. So please take a quick survey on this QR code. Meantime, I will cover the quick questions that you guys asked on this webinar. There are a lot, by the way. Thank you for your participation. All right. There's a lot of good questions coming up, which is as I mentioned, what's the good average, good percent of ACOS? Great question. Sometimes a lot of sellers give me a lot of emails regarding that. You know what? I have reached about 800% of the ACOS. Am I doing really like wrong, or am I doing something like in a different mode that I should be? A lot of I think queries or thoughts are coming up. However, for a cost point of view, actually there are a lot of different, I will say, factors or levers of that. So for new sellers who are starting the campaigns right away, would have a very high A cost, and that's natural because we'll cover ACOS in the coming webinars, but ACOS has four different levers to think with: how to upscale the sales and how to actually minimize the ad spending, right? But sales are relevant to ad spending, which means the sales actually come up how much you more spend on ads, basically. But for new sellers or new ASINs or new brands, getting more sales compared to competitors at the first stage is not really easy step. So ACOS can be quite very huge and high. So a lot of sellers are actually coming up and say, what are the good percentages? It varies. However, for a short period of time or the period of time, it could be really on a high, huge state. However, there are some maximizing and optimizing levers or ways for ACOS. We'll cover that as soon, but don't worry about too much. If it's too much for now, probably you can think of pausing for a little bit and starting for a new campaign with the high performing keywords or ASINs. So please don't really worry for the seconds. Let's move on by optimizing step by step. Thank you for your question. Another question. If we see ASINs keywords in automatic campaign with sales conversion, would you recommend we add these ASINs into product targeting campaign or exact match keyword campaign? Wow, this is great question. So ASINs and keywords, right? I think this question comes from that one. Uh, Wait a second. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Let me digest a little bit to give you a right answer. So ASINs keywords in automatic campaign versus conversion, would you recommend ASINs in product campaign, exact match keyword campaign? Hmm, this is interesting because I recommend both too. We can add ASINs into product targeting and exact match keyword together. These two are double strategy, actually. If we have to prioritize, first of all, I think it will depend whether you want to more focus on keywords at the first stage or you want to more focus on detail page impression, which means to product targeting. I think it will depend. If it's possible for you to try both of them, we can also test it. Then definitely we can go for together those two campaigns. Thank you so much for your question. If I'm choosing another question, if I'm choosing targeting by ASIN of a best-selling product, does it mean the bidding will be very expensive? This is also a very good question. This varies actually. Among the strategies of the product targeting by ASIN, it varies. Like we can actually go to the best-selling products and driving the traffic to our pages. That's one of the strategies that we use. It might be higher than others because it will be competitive because a lot of sellers would want to compete for the slot. However, sometimes it doesn't, but normally it could be that bidding could be a little bit more expensive. All right. For new ASINs, do you run auto and manual campaigns concurrently for first phase? This is also a good question. A lot of sellers actually do it both. Mm. We recommend for sellers who start the first campaigns, really like the sellers who want data to be to fulfill to move to manual, automatic targeting is the very foundational step. However, if you can do together, be it auto and manual targeting campaign, either it's keyword or product, we recommend to do so. You can do that. All right, thank you for your question. Another one, for manual campaigns, do you put the three matching types in the same ad group, or do we split three matching types to three ad group? This is also a very quick question. The former one, three matching types into the same ad group would be much more profitable for you to test, either compared to splitting it, because in the same budget, we'll see which performs well. So I recommend the former one, but you can also do the latter one together. It's not like it's like either choosing a little bit more, which one works better for you. All right. Do we need to, another question. Do we need to get reviews first before we set the PPC campaigns? What if we get negative reviews before we set the PPC campaigns? Wow, this is also a great question. Um, Reviews point of view, yes, reviews are important because for discovery cycle point of view, people see the ad, come to detail pages, making the sales, making the reviews, and goes again to discovery cycle. Yes, more reviews would derive more listing quality, which means to drive more ad selection. So getting reviews is important. However, ad is one of the methodology to get actually reviews. Please remember that. For negative reviews, I totally understand and agree to your point that negative might affect the actual campaign performance, right? And ads. For negative reviews, I before even though there's negative reviews, um, using ads for the Asins without the negative reviews would be the first priority. However, if there's negative reviews, a little bit cleansing it with the other reviewer programs or with the sales performance and moving into ads would be the recommended strategy. Mhm. If I will get the search term, another question. If I will get the search term from automatic campaign to put it on exact manual campaign, is search term from the auto will be removed automatically or it will be there also to perform together with the manual exact? Wow, this is a wonderful question. Yes, the answer is no. So the search term from the auto is not removed automatically. So actually, when you're moving, let's say, this keyword specifically to manual campaign, you might have to put it off your automatic. But one tip, a lot of sellers are using both, actually. Yes. Oh, actually, let me revise. For auto point of view, the keyword search term would not be on the keyword based. Sorry, I was thinking of manual to manual. Sorry, let me revise. So search term from auto is actually granted by the automatic targeting. So it grabs data, right? And you're moving this to manual campaign, which means it will still target the auto, but you might not be available to put it off the auto. So basically, it's a manual exec. You move the manual exec, and the campaign will still gather the data relevant to that keyword. Yeah. Okay, another question. A lot of questions are coming up. Thank you for your questions, guys. I know it's time off, so sorry to linger a little more here. But if you have any questions, I'll be here to answer as much as possible. So please do so. Um, when is the best time to stop automatic campaign? Good question. Um, Actually, later on, we'll cover this for holistically strategy, but then automatic campaigns are recommended to put it as much as we can. And the top sellers who are optimizing well with ads are actually putting always on for automatic because automatic campaigns actually grabs all data in real time, which keywords work better and products work better. Let me give an example. When the actually this pandemic came out, we didn't have the specific keywords called clean or cleaning as a priority. However, when the this kind of new sad pandemic came out, then this word started to have the clarity or more visibility on the campaigns, so that we know that what are the relevance of the top selling or trending keywords by automatic. So automatic is recommended for you to grab the data and know where the trends are coming. However, if you want to a little bit optimize because of your or budget or beating, then automatic is good to halt if you want after getting the win keywords and win products to better optimize these campaigns together. Okay. Uh, for a new product, in order to increase awareness, what is the ideal campaign or campaigns to implement? Great question. For a new product, automatic targeting is the foundation. This is a really basic step. Um, Automatic has to be done to move on to other solutions as well because for the brand owners here who has their own brands in a different market and going to marketplaces, these keywords granted and gathered from sponsored products automatic are used for sponsored brands, and these products are used for sponsored display. So automatic targeting is the foundation for all expanding solutions and for a new product as well, because we have to know which are serving us well. Okay. Converting automatic to manual. Yeah, this is what we saw together. Okay. Automatic. Yeah, about negative. I think there are some questions regarding negative targeting. This is good part. I actually didn't really introduce negative targeting very deeply today because negative targeting needs another step of data performance review, so that this is time that we have to get rid of this keyword so that this doesn't affect us, our ACOS or spending. Now, this will be covered later on, but for negative point of view, if it's getting the clicks, which means you're paying the ads spending for Amazon, but it does not convert to actual sales for a period of time, let's say for 2 or 3 months, we recommend to put it on negative keywords. Sometimes there are some cases. For example, the seller who sells the gold necklace thought that putting the keyword silver necklace would be helpful to drive the traffic to their pages and keywords. However, after 2 or 3 months, we found out the silver necklace actually drove a lot of clicks, however, zero conversion. The people actually clicked the ads, but nobody bought it. Then these can be the negative keyword, which is silver. Because it actually drives the investment, but no conversion for a period of time, like 3 or 4 months, then it's time to put in negative keywords to put out of our investment and optimizing it. Okay, there are some questions that I haven't couldn't answer today, but in April or even the email that we give the reply link, please give us the questions that we haven't answered. Then we will actually answer back to you for your queries. All right, I spent a little bit more time to answer back to our wonderful sellers' questions. Thank you so much for your participation. I know this is a happy Friday, so this might be a little bit busy for you, but also thankful for your participation today. And for the sellers who participate in survey, we'll get back to you with the interactive guides and also the replay link. So you might be able to see it again and replay it. And thank you for your attendance today. All right, have a good day, have a good Friday. And next, our 2 webinars will coming in April. Please stay tuned. And for more reports, analysis, and upcoming events, promotion strategies, and ads, we'll cover with you on next upcoming programs. Right. Oh, some of our sellers haven't received the email. Okay. All right. We'll check it and we'll get back to you on that one. Whether you didn't really get the replay. Okay, got your point. We'll check again and um, we'll based on the survey reports, survey that you did, we'll check the data and get back to you. Don't worry about it. We'll be ready for you. And if you haven't gotten anything, then please get back to our um, the webinar email so that we can find you to provide the reply. Thank you for raising the question. Yeah, okay. For the playback of today, it might be available soon. Please stay tuned. We'll get back to you on replays and interactive guides. Okay, thank you for your participation. It's over 50 minutes already, but a lot of sellers, thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good Friday, and let's meet together on April sessions as well. April sessions will cover more branding strategies with sponsored products as well. So please stay tuned and hope we can meet in April together as well. Hope you guys are healthy and safe. And thank you today and have a good Friday. Bye bye. Thank you so much.